Hello everyone, Crash here, this is RTA Motorsports. I am super excited today. We're finally going to be breaking into this new pallet that was sent to us by Prosimu, and that is going to be our new rig for the channel. I'm so excited this day finally came and we finally have everything ready. Here we go. All right, everyone, so if I sound a little nasally or a little weird, or if I'm breathing a little heavy, unfortunately, I did get sick earlier this week, and I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I am finally, I think, good enough to finally get this started, get this unpacked, and move it upstairs. So definitely stay with me, stay patient. If I sound a little odd, that's kind of what's going on here. But everyone, check out that ZL1 behind me. Oh man, I can't wait to get another track day in with it. I just got it ceramic coated with a 5-year ceramic coat by a local shop by me, O'Donoghue's over in Sacramento. They did an amazing job on the Camaro. Stay tuned. Hopefully we're gonna be having some track days coming shortly. But yes, let's break into this pallet. All right, so let's jump into the pallet here and see how this rig is packaged. It looks absolutely amazing. Right now, it's the first time I've ever received a pallet for a rig. My Prosimu T1000, when they sent me that one, that was in a few boxes, big boxes, but in a few boxes, and it was packaged really well. This is a little intimidating, seeing an actual pallet show up. This feels like professional equipment here, meant for a business or a race team. Wasn't expecting a pallet, but here we go. Almost don't know where to start here, but let's go right across the top. Why not? Just underneath here. And this packaging is, I mean, you can't get more secure than this, right? This is insane. Woo, that is pretty. Look at all these straps here. This packaging definitely wasn't cheap, and I greatly appreciate Prosimu taking the extra steps to go to this length. This is incredible. Now this is a serious box. This is a big box. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's cut these straps here. Okay, and we're gonna carefully, because I don't know what's up against the box on the inside. I don't want to scratch anything accidentally. Only got the blade sticking out a little bit. All right, I just looked at the inside. A lot of packaging material on the inside to keep things safe, and a lot of other boxes too, so that's really cool. Everything is separate. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's one heck of a box. So if you're new to the channel, sometimes I get excited about the packaging material that is used for various products and how well companies package their different products. Reason being is I have bought and waited for a lot of things in the past, was excited for things to come in, only to find that it was destroyed because the packaging material wasn't really up to snuff. UPS, FedEx, any of these shipping companies, maybe they had a bad day, dropped it, or maybe it happened when it was leaving their warehouse. Who knows? But I get excited when packaging material is innovative or really robust. Just shows that the company took that extra step of care to really make sure that their customer receives the product the way they intended. And look at this box. All right, so let's start digging in and seeing what we can find in here. I don't want to empty a lot of the boxes out here in the garage because I'm gonna have to carry things upstairs, so it would be easier to just take it out in its little boxes that are in there and really move it that way. So I'm assuming these are probably some of the rails, and then we'll kind of unbox it upstairs and see what everything looks like. There we go. So we do have a box of hardware, and golly, that is a lot of hardware we're gonna have to work with here. My gosh, that is a lot of hardware. A little bit intimidating, a little bit. We got some plastic things here. I'm not really sure what they are, whether they're like corner pieces or what, or trim. We'll kind of go into that when we go to do the full install. And I do like how everything seems to be separated in its own. Let's see, what does it say? Shifter handbrake. Okay, so I guess this would be the shifter handbrake mounts for the T1000AL. With the silent actuators, I cannot wait to experience that. Okay, so they actually labeled every bag of hardware in here. So this says base 2 for the aluminum rig. This says PRS50, so that's the new actuators. So got a bag of hardware for that. Oh, this is awesome. And I really love that they're all labeled as to what they are. This is the main hardware bag for the rig itself. Okay, let's keep digging. Yep, so we do have another bag here labeled for shifter handbrake. So I think we got 2 shifter mounts. This would be the other one. So that is absolutely awesome. And then of course, we got this sticker bag. I love stickers. If you're in the one wheel community, you know everything you buy, you get tons of stickers. So we got some really nice Prosimu, the P letter ones. Oh, this is really pretty. The black and red. Oh man, tons of stickers here. The red Prosimu, we got the white background with with black. We got the black and white. So absolutely awesome. I know it's a small touch for most companies, but a lot of companies forget that, you know, customers still like these sorts of things. We like to showcase, you know, so that's awesome there. I like how there's not like a lot of loose popcorn styrofoam. You got the big bricks here, so easier to get rid of without making a mess. Lots of really big boxes now. All right, there we go. So we got a really big box here, and I'm not really sure what this is. It's super heavy and dense, and I'm kind of curious to look inside. Maybe let's just do that. Ooh, look how big this box is. Oh, I hear some what sounds like metal in there. It says T1000 on it, and then on this side of the box, it actually says Prosimu. There's another really big box there, and I'm guessing that's more aluminum rails. Guessing. Let's see what this is here. Oh, this would be the pedal plate. Okay, cool. So this would be the bottom part. So this is very similar in design to the T1000 rig that I have now. So this would be the bottom rail, or the base plate, or however you want to call it. And this basically supports the actual pedal mounting surface itself. Oh, this is gorgeous. So you can see here, this would go on the bottom. It says Prosimu here. And then the pedal plate mounts on top of here, and you could adjust the height or how much lean you have to the pedal surface or the pedal plate itself. Bring those pedals up if you want, if you need to, depending on your pedals and how much adjustability you have there. So that's really cool. Then we actually have the pedal plate itself, which is really heavy. It looks like there's a few other things in here as well. So this would be the actual pedal plate. I know it's kind of hard to see, but we'll go over that a little bit more when we do the install. Oh, okay, so now we also have the seat brackets. We got some seat brackets here. Kind of want to see what their new design is for the seat brackets, because these look pretty cool. Oh yeah, yep, they're different. It's kind of hard to really see the full detail all the way through because they're stacked one on top of the other, but it says T1000 here. It's really cool. Almost like a futuristic design on there, how it's cut out, but really heavy gauge, really strong. And then we have the wheel plate. So this has greatly been improved since the version that I have. This actually, let's open this up here. Really don't want to open too much up because I don't want to scratch things. That powder coating is really strong though, as far as what it looks and feels like. I don't think it's gonna flake off that easily, or I don't think it would scratch that easily either. But you know, this is my baby now. I really don't want to damage it. Okay, so this is, and I'm guessing, but I'm almost certain that's what this is, that this is the new wheel mounts. Might be wrong, but I can't think of it being anything else. But if this is the new wheel mount, this is absolutely awesome as far as just how thick it is, how many holes we have for mounting surfaces, how many different wheels it would actually accommodate. This is awesome. Then you also have the slots on the side so you could adjust in and out really easily. Oh man, I'm really excited to get this all together. There's some other things in here too, but I don't want to go too crazy until we get everything upstairs. Let's see what these other boxes are. Let's get these other boxes out. Some of these boxes are so big, I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to get them upstairs. I might be a little bit weaker than normal because I'm a little under the weather and still kind of sick, but yeah, this is serious. I could definitely get this upstairs. It's just gonna take a little bit more energy. Let's see what this one is. This is, oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got an emergency stop button, everyone. We have an emergency stop button. But whatever this box is, it is massive. And it's steel. Oh, I cannot wait to get this upstairs and check it out. Last but not least, we got two really big long boxes here. I'm assuming these are more rails. Oh yeah, they're aluminum profile in all different sizes. These are gonna be pretty heavy and probably would be best with like 2 people. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to unpack these and bring them up individually. All right, so let's start the process of bringing everything up. Okay, so I'm gonna move some of these boxes around. I unintentionally sort of blocked a lot of the boxes in that I wanted to unbox. These are here, these longer boxes. These are the 90-pound boxes I was telling you about. There is 2 of them, and these mainly have all the aluminum profile rails in them. And you can just see how they're individually wrapped. So really there's no reason to kind of go crazy just trying to bring up the boxes, you know, unless you're trying to move quick. You know, definitely get a partner because these are heavy duty for aluminum. I mean, geez. It's my first aluminum profile rig, so this is really the first time I'm kind of ever putting hands on a profile rig, especially with one being apart. And there's a lot of pieces to this. Again, we did get the 3 degrees of freedom motion rig, very similar to what we had before, except not only is this just an aluminum profile rig, which is absolutely phenomenal and awesome. On top of that, this has their new actuators, which are the PRS50 Silent actuators. So this is, it's gonna be a 3 degrees of freedom motion rig again, but it's going to be a completely different motion rig in their new actuators. So yeah, let's get that unboxed and let's see what those look like. Okay, so we are with the box that I'm most kind of, I don't know, curious about. This box here seems to hold the actuators, I'm guessing. Again, we do have the emergency stop button, something I've never had before. This is a legit emergency stop, like an industry style emergency stop. And I have seen this on some rigs in the past, you know, and I've always kind of wanted one just because it looks kind of awesome and scary all at the same time. So now we do get one. But what I'm kind of most curious about is what this box is. But first, let's open this up. I'm assuming this is the new PRS50 actuator. So yes, it is. So you can see it says here Prosimu. That's the manufacturer label sticker right there. The model is PRS50. And honestly, it looks like the SEN6 in a way, as far as like, you know, color combination. Does have a really sturdy top cap on it, on top of the actuator itself. And I love how the motor almost, the actual like piston, the actuator itself has a aluminum profile sort of look to it, kind of like matching the rest of the rig. So that is really cool there. And it's pretty long. So I wonder if the throw is gonna be longer too. I do have to contact Patrick over at Prosimu just to get a lot of the, you know, different specs for this PRS50. So when we do the full review, I'm giving you guys all accurate information compared to the SEN6s that we had on my prior rig. But it's also a very hefty actuator too. But I like how this top cap, I think it's all metal. I think on the SEN6, it's plastic up on top. Yeah, it's definitely metal all up top here. So definitely a sturdy, heavy duty looking actuator. So let's put this down on the side here. We got another one here. And you should have, ooh, all right. Let's see here. This is, oh, that looks so pretty. Look at that. The black casing with the red coming through. Look how pretty that looks. This looks like it's another actuator, except with a case on it. And I'm assuming, again, kind of hard when I haven't seen the install instructions yet, haven't read them. So I'm just making assumptions right now. I may be very wrong, but I'm assuming this is going to be for traction loss. Yep. So that is going to be for traction loss, definitely. You can see this pivot that's here. This is actually what's going to mount to the back of the rig to push it and pull it. And that also allows that joint to rotate and manipulate as it's pushing and pulling the rig there. But you can see how pretty that looks, that it says Prosimu. So when it's mounted like this, you have that logo facing right up when you step into it. It's almost like a pro level rig or something for industry. I mean, this thing is, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Nice attention to detail. And let's see what else we have here. Let's get this cardboard out of here. There's a lot of wires coming out of this case here. I'm kind of wondering what this case is all about. I'm assuming that's a controller. Have some feet here for the two actuators that are going to be sitting up in the front. So these are heavy duty feet. Okay, so the last set that we had with the SEN6s, their old design, they had the rubber slip feet that go over the threaded ends. And then they had like basically rubber, thick rubber that you put in the cups to kind of like, so it's not metal on metal. Eventually over time, now I had my rig for years now, eventually over time, the threaded ends go through the rubber feet. They were, you know, very thin slip-on rubber feet, and then sometimes make contact with the bottom of the cups as it kind of, you know, pushes through the rubber. These are thick feet. I mean, I don't see this causing any issue, and it's mounted directly to a mount that's going to screw on the bottom of the actuator. So I don't really see there ever being an issue. This is going to pretty much just be solid on the bottom of the actuator. So that's a very good design change. Definitely an evolution in the design for the actuators themselves. That is something else. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is the controller. Now this is clean. This is amazingly clean. So this looks like it has everything built in. It has all the wires already coming out. You don't even have to really plug in your own control boxes anymore and route the wires and assign each control box to each actuator. It looks like everything's already assigned. I think these are the plugs that go into the actuators themselves that connect to them. And are they labeled? Yeah, axis 1. This is traction loss. So this takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. And on top of that, it already comes in this beautiful case. Look at this thing. Look at this case here. Look at that hardware around it. It almost looks like a server cabinet. Got a fan on the back. That's the power. And then the beautiful Prosimu logo with exposed hardware on the front. This is like, oh, this is so industrial looking. This is amazing. Look at that. And it's heavy duty too. I almost want to showcase this. I'm gonna have to find a nice spot so that way this is not hidden, because this is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm assuming through the back here, if you loosen these two screws, you could take the side off. And it's got beautiful rubber feet on the bottom. So that way it's raised off the ground, and you could actually adjust the feet so that way you can lift it up or lower it so that way it's level. This is absolutely gorgeous. All right, everyone, you can see I'm a little bit sweaty right now. I just finished unboxing this whole thing. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Maybe took me a half hour, if that, to unbox everything. And then I also organized everything depending on the type or the size of profile that's there. So you can see, put a lot of the profiles together that are the same size. I put a lot of those angle pieces together that are the same size. And also, just if it came in the same packaging, I try to also make sure that was grouped together. So I got all the seat stuff back there, all the actuator stuff over there, 30 degrees of freedom, it's all over there. And then also, we also got a new rug. I was not expecting that, but we did get a new Prosimu rug. So this one's gonna be coming out, and we're gonna try to fit this one in the same spot. Looks like it's the same size rug, so that shouldn't be an issue at all. I am astounded how everything came packaged. Again, I know earlier in this video we were talking about the packaging, and it really paid off. Not one piece of aluminum profile has a scratch on it. It does have a like textured, almost feels like a textured paint or a powder coat on the aluminum profile, and it does feel very strong. It doesn't feel like it would scratch, but every piece of aluminum profile was individually wrapped, and some of them were even saran wrapped underneath the bubble wrap, which is insane. The attention to detail and making sure that the end user, the customer, receives the product in perfect condition, this came absolutely mint. So I'm grateful when companies pay that sort of attention to how they're shipping stuff to their customers. But on top of that, it did feel a little bit intimidating when it came as a pallet. Now that I have it all unboxed, it doesn't really look like it's that many pieces, you know, maybe to put together. Maybe it'll take me a few days if I'm taking my time. The 30 degrees of freedom motion platform for that traction loss, it looks like it's very similar to my old one. Some aspects of it are actually a little bit more compact. So I'm still gonna watch the instructions on how to install it. And I love that the hardware bags, again, everything is individually not only baggaged, but also it's all labeled as to what it goes to. So there's no guessing, because there is a lot of hardware there. You don't wanna be, you know, guessing what goes where. They seem to take a lot of that guesswork out. I'm gonna still follow the instructions so that way we get everything installed correctly, but the unboxing process and really getting everything laid out made it a lot easier to kind of see what needs to be done. Everyone, this is going to be a crazy process. I can't wait to get this insane rig together, and this is going to be the new rig of RTA Motorsports. All right, everyone, and I also want to say I could not do any of this without you all and all of your support. So if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. This is an awesome community of like-minded sim racers, one-wheelers, just everyone that loves going out for track days, adventurers. We are all the same here, and this is one major hobby of mine, sim racing, that's never going anywhere. And this is the new rig of RTA Motorsports. Everyone, I just want to say stay safe, stay happy, and I'll catch you all next time.